Today we're looking into a small linguistic thing you've probably used without even thinking about it.
Yeah, it's that subtle difference between saying my apology and my apologies.
Right. Seems minor, maybe, but we've looked into it, and understanding the difference, well, it actually helps you communicate more precisely.
It really does. Our goal here is just to, clarify things so you're always sure what message you're sending when you express regret.
Okay, so the basic starting point is my apology is usually literal, right? One single act of saying sorry.
Exactly. Whereas my apologies, that one can be literal too, meaning more than one apology, or it often works like an idiom.
Okay, let's dig into that literal my apology first. So the word apology itself, it's a noun. It means the act of saying sorry.
Like the example, Bobby owes Grant an apology. He needs to perform that act.
So when I say my apology, I'm talking about my specific action, my expression of remorse.
Precisely. I hope he accepts my apology, meaning that one time, that specific instance where you said sorry.
Got it. And you mentioned my apologies can also be literal, meaning multiple sorries.
Yeah, the sources point that out. Imagine you messed up and had to apologize to, say, 3 different colleagues.
Okay.
You might then say, maybe to your boss, well, I hope they accept my apologies. Plural? You mean those 3 separate expressions of regret.
Okay, that makes sense. But here's where it gets more interesting, I think. The idiomatic use.
Right, the idiom.
Maybe just quickly explain what an idiom is again, for anyone who might need a refresher.
Sure, an idiom is basically a phrase where the meaning isn't what the individual words literally suggest. Like, kick the bucket doesn't involve kicking or bucket.
Right, or spill the beans.
Exactly. So my apologies, when used idiomatically, isn't really about multiple apologies. It's evolved.
How so? What does it mean then?
It functions more like a simple I'm sorry. Or it can express excuses or general regrets.
Okay, like if you send an email late.
Perfect example. You might write, my apologies for the delay. You're not offering several distinct apologies for being late.
No, you're just saying, sorry, I'm late.
Exactly. It's just a polite way to express that regret.
Okay, that clarifies a lot. The other example was about missing a party, right?
Yeah. Saying something like, please give my apologies to Joan, I can't make it.
You're not sending multiple little apology notes with your friend.
No. You're asking them to convey your regrets. Tell Joan I'm sorry. It's polite, maybe a bit more formal than just tell her I'm sorry.
So this is the key difference then. When it's used like that as a stand-in for I'm sorry.
You can't really swap it out.
Right, saying my apology for the delay just sounds weird.
It does sound a bit off, yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't fit the idiomatic usage.
But what if you did say, give my apology to Joan? Does that ever work?
Well, it could, but it implies something different. It suggests there's a specific, maybe even tangible apology. Like, here's my written apology, please give it to Joan.
Okay, so it points to a concrete thing, the apology itself.
Exactly, whereas give my apologies is more about conveying the feeling of regret.
So let's try and wrap this up. Key takeaway.
My apology, singular literal act. You're referring to one specific instance of saying sorry.
And my apologies can be literal plural, meaning multiple acts.
But it's very often used idiomatically, just as a slightly more formal way to say I'm sorry or express general regret.
Got it. So for you listening, the practical application is about choosing the right phrase for your intention.
Right. Think. Am I talking about the time I said sorry? That's likely my apology. Or am I just expressing general regret or making a polite excuse?
Then my apologies is probably the better fit, idiomatically.
Precisely. It just makes your communication that little bit clearer, more impactful.
So consider the intent. Specific act or general regret. That's your guide.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. How does the formality of the situation affect your choice? Not just between these two, but maybe other ways of saying sorry too. It's interesting how subtle word choices shape perception.